It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show live on WBON TV and on radio at WEKY, WKXO, and WIRV. Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse and join us here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair and Nuevo Vallarta. And now let's go live to your host, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show live at Jack Burford Chevrolet on an absolutely beautiful Monday night here in Richmond, Samantha. And our hearts and our minds, and we're all cheering for what's going over in Lexington right now as Madison Central is competing. The game just underway, so started 6 o'clock. As the Indians taking on Lafayette for the 11th Region Championship in baseball. Central looking for another championship.
Regional title. I mean, Central has had a fantastic run between cheer and dance.
Well, you look at all the titles they've won since 2021, the sports season kind of commenced.
Right.
We've got national championships in dance and cheer.
Right, and state.
And state championships, regional titles in cheer.
Right.
You've got the regional championship for basketball, state champion in wrestling and track, and with Kiera O'Shea.
Right.
I mean, it's just the run has been absolutely incredible. The momentum is there for the school.
Right.
To get this thing done. A big test lies ahead, though, with Lafayette. We got an interview with Coach Roof.
And
We'll
if
play
we
here in a
weren't
few
here,
minutes.
we'd be there.
We did want to stream it. PrepSpin has got the game for you, folks.
Right.
So if you go to PrepSpin's website, prepspin.com, you can find how to watch the game. We were not able to be there because they were just trying to limit all that stuff, who was going to be there. But PrepSpin has got the game for you. Obviously, we love William. We love working with him.
Right, because you don't have us there and William there. You don't do that. So William is there. He does a great job.
And he streams for Lexcath all year long.
Right.
So you can go to prepspin.com to find how you can watch the game. It is $10 pay-per-view to watch the game.
Yeah, there is a small fee, so it's a little different than us. We have some sponsors. He has sponsors too.
But I think
that's his main.
Exactly. It's a big game, too. It's a good way to find it's a good platform to watch the game. And obviously, it'll be HD quality, and William does a great job with it. So that's going on right now over at Lexington Catholic, Madison Central, and Lafayette. And we got an interview with Coach Roof we'll play here in a moment. But first, I want to say thank you to our great sponsors. Live here at Jack Burford Chevrolet, we're talking to John and some of the guys over here before we came on the air, and just how much inventory they've got coming in.
Right, because they have very little inventory. So many people come in and are like,
they've been busy.
You're all going out of business, but look how many people are here just right now. It is amazing. He got on the computer, and apparently they got 2 new Tahoes coming in. They called the people that were interested, and they're not even here, and they're already gone.
Well, I think when you look at the cars on the lot, folks, if you're in the market for a new vehicle, there's no reason why you should not come over here to Jack Burford Chevrolet. Come over and take a test drive. I mean, if you think you might like a vehicle, or you're in the market, maybe you want to try the new Chevy Bolts.
Okay, and I got a story about that. Because just like you mentioned, remember how many times we did the show, and they had 9, 12 Bolts sitting in the showroom. It was impressive. They were everywhere.
They're all gone.
So they are gone, but I haven't one because they sold other vehicles that I was driving. Like literally someone came and got one out of my driveway.
Samantha Burford vehicle sells for double the price as well.
It does because, I keep it clean. I make sure it's washed. I don't let any of the bird droppings get on it. Now, I do right now. I need to go to the car wash right now.
Spray it off.
Spray it off. Yes, absolutely. But I'm driving that new Chevy Bolt and the EUV, which is still, it's like an SUV, but they're calling it an electric SUV, basically. It's coming in soon, too. It's due to be here any day. But I'm just in the normal Bolt, and I pull it in my garage and plug it in.
That's crazy. Like charging your phone up. It's like charging your phone up.
It is. And, I mean, the other day, the kids were like, can we get this thing all the way to Lexington? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Absolutely, we can go to Lexington and back. I'm not 100% sure how long
it lasts.
But it's days.
Yeah. It's a very compact and cool vehicle. And if you want something small and compact like that can get you to point A to point B and save you some money on gas.
Yeah, it's definitely not the new Tahoe as far as roominess.
If you want to upgrade to a nice big truck, a luxury truck like the High Country SUV or the High Country Silverado or something like that, you got to check out Jack Burford Chevrolet over here on the bypass in Richmond, or visit jackburford.com for all the latest inventory. We're also brought to you by the law office of Patrick O'Neill. If you need legal advice, give Patrick a call, 606-666-2990. If you have questions about workers' compensation, criminal defense cases, SSI, Social Security, all that stuff, Patrick is an expert in the field. His office is located in Breathitt County, but he can serve all over eastern and central Kentucky, whether it's Estill County, Clark County, here in Madison County. He does some stuff as well. Give Patrick a call, and he'll take great care of you. Nuevo Vallarta, great Mexican restaurant here in Richmond. If you're hungry, it's dinner time right now. Go on over to Nuevo Vallarta. Great Mexican food here in Madison County. They'll take good care of you. They have a new store opening up, a restaurant opening up in Berea here soon, and they're expanding their location here in Richmond. If you go to Nuevo, they're always busy because their food is that good.
Busy.
They're basically doubling the size of their restaurant here in Richmond.
Okay, explain how.
Enlarging,
they're adding on in the back?
The pawn shop that was there is no longer there, so they bought that and are expanding into that building. So just opening it up, you can go eat. It's just going to be a lot more accessible for folks that love Gustavo and the staff over at Nuevo.
Super excited about that.
Yeah, so that's going on.
I mean, there's never been a huge wait. I mean,
no
more than 30 minutes.
Well, during the pandemic, whenever they had like limited seating, there was a wait then, but you could get your food to go. Now it's like they're in and out because they get the food out to you so quick.
Too.
Yeah.
They got that really cool patio, and this is perfect weather.
Yes.
So if you have your phone, you could be streaming the game, you could be listening to us, and you could be eating it.
There you go. Also, the folks over at Campus Warehouse, it's a great time to be traveling. They've got all kinds of cool apparel over there. Also, if you've got kids that play the Tiny Tykes, baseball or soccer or whatever, they've got soccer mom or baseball softball mom shirts and cool local apparel over at Campus Warehouse. Also, EKU, UK apparel. Those seasons are kind of coming to an end, but never too early to shop for next year. Father's Day is around the corner as well, a couple of weekends away.
I don't have anything.
Get over to Campus Warehouse and get something for Dad over there in the Richmond Center.
Because I don't have anything.
John, give John a nice UK shirt.
Don't tell him.
I won't tell him.
That's what I'm going to do.
I need some hush money, though.
I don't have anything for him yet.
And our last sponsor is Bishop Small Engine Repair. Obviously, hopefully you've been cutting your grass by now. If not, you might be in trouble. But Bishop's is always good.
The city's going to come at you.
Yeah, repairing
repairing
your mower, or a good place to get a new mower over at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue.
Listen, they're always busy too. Drove past them today. Cars everywhere for them. So make sure you get yourself in there before it actually breaks to make sure that your lawnmower and everything's working well.
So Madison Central Lafayette, the 11th Region Championship baseball game currently going on. Matt Johns on the mound for the Indians, opposed by Cohen, who is one of the top players, the top player. He was the 11th Region Player of the Year, and that's the matchup on the mound tonight between Lafayette and Madison Central. I spoke to Steve Roof about this game tonight. Kind of got a little preview. He talked about how his guys, Dawson Hall and Pointer, have been pitching in the first two rounds, the momentum that they have carried into this championship game. He talked about the pep section, which has been a big deal during these games. And he also spoke about the momentum of the school and the sports that they have, and how, Brandon Fritz and Robbie Cooksey, the AD and principal, have done a great job of getting everybody to buy into that family-like atmosphere. So here's the interview with Coach Steve Roof. His Indians are playing right now in the 11th Region Championship game. Let's hear from the head coach of the Indians baseball team. Talking with Coach Roof of the Madison Central Indians. And, Coach, just talk about the run so far playing in the regional championship game tonight and what it means to be playing in another one of these games.
It's just been a lot of fun. Our seniors have led us all year, and just everyone has bought into that family concept, that team atmosphere. We're going to get this done, pull for each other. Tonight just kind of, it sums it all up. It's the regional championship. A lot of fun. The excitement of the first two games has been really emotional, but we'll be ready to go tonight.
Talk about your pitching performances from Dawson and Pointer and what you've seen from those two guys that have kind of given you this momentum to get to where you're at tonight.
Yeah, I think just the tough schedule throughout the year, and we've seen them grow and get better with each start. Dawson, we kidded around the other night. He was on his last pitch. You only get 120 in high school, so that was his last hitter. And to watch, they led off with a double in the seventh inning and no outs. And to work out of that just speaks volumes about, what he's made of. And then Bradley last night, I don't know if you saw it. It was just an electric atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it was just so fun just to watch him compete. Those two have carried us all year, so they've just done a great job.
You talked about the atmosphere. You've seen kids like Cole Brown and some of these guys that have kind of created a pep section for you that have seemed to kind of propel you all and give you that buzz that was missing during football games and a lot of the basketball games as well. So how important has that been for you guys?
Madison Central is a special place. We've always had that. I think this year with COVID kind of probably pushed that away.
Yeah.
But as long as I've been there, the students support each other. And, obviously it was awesome. And it brings energy. But Madison Central as a whole is a family. And, our baseball kids are at the basketball games, at the football games. And it's just a special place.
Talk about the matchup with Lafayette. It seems like you two have been the two best teams in the region all year long. And to have this matchup in the regional championship game, just talk about what kind of challenge they possess.
I mean, they are a great hitting team. They have been scoring lots of runs. I think they won 15-0 over Dunbar in their first round of their district. Their bats are hot. We're going to have to come to play. They also have one of their best pitchers saved. So we did not see him during the regular season. But our guys also will be up for the challenge. So, it's just, we're really looking forward to it. You don't get to do a lot of these.
Yeah.
And it's just, I try to tell the kids just to cherish these moments and stuff you'll look back on, 40 to 50 years. And it's just the way Madison County and Richmond supports their high school sports teams. It's just really special.
Well, we've talked about Madison Central. I mean, this has been the year of Madison Central. You look at all the state and regional and even the national championships. I mean, 2021 has been incredible for Madison Central athletics as a whole, and you all trying to add to that tonight. Do you think that adds any kind of sort of pressure to the matchup tonight?
I don't think there's going to be any pressure. First let me speak of that. We honor those teams when we played Trinity. Mr. Fritz and Mr. Cooksey have just done an incredible job creating, we are central, so to speak. And, no, it's just, tonight is easy. You ask most people, they're going to say Lafayette with their one on the mound.
Yeah.
Someone has said, they are the favorites. But our guys, they love this. I think the challenge, they love this moment. LCA was, then Frederick Douglass had their one. So we will be ready. We're battle tested, and our guys, I don't think it's nervous. I almost think it's like, let's go. Let's get this. Let's finish the job, so to speak.
Who will you guys have on the mound tonight?
We beat them earlier in the year with about 3 guys that we mixed and matched. We're still kind of processing Lafayette right now as you spoke. I'm watching some of the films from earlier in the year, and we have a good idea, but we're not completely sure yet.
Okay. Well, Coach, as always, I appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the Indians tonight, and looking forward to hopefully bringing home another regional championship and advancing to the state tournament.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for your coverage all year.
You can tell, Samantha, Central is ready, so ready that they've already got a lead in the game. Jared Peck on Twitter at HL Preps with the highlight here. You can follow him for updates if you can't watch the game on Prep Spin. HL Preps showing you the home run by Brandon Anderson, a bomb to right center to pop the lid on this one. That's what it says in the tweet. The first pitch that Anderson saw, he delivers a home run to put Madison Central up 1-0. The game is sold out, so the only way to watch it is on Prep Spin or follow along at HL Preps for highlights and score updates. It's Madison Central on top 1-0, heading to the bottom of the first inning off the Brandon Anderson solo home run. So really good start.
On wood
really good
because
start.
It's early.
Yeah.
But I am super excited that they got out to this early.
It's like Coach Roof said. They saw the ace from LCA, who's a really good pitcher going to Louisville.
Right.
They saw the ace from Frederick Douglass. Now they're seeing the ace from Lafayette, who's the top player in the region.
Exactly.
So they've got a tough test, but a great start. And looking back at some of these games, the game against LCA, Dawson Hall goes the complete game. You're only allowed to pitch 120 pitches. He pitched 120, got the win. Only allowed 2 earned runs. They get a run from Anderson. He had 2 hits in the game. They get a run from Carter Ruffner. And they had the walk-off hit by Tyler Brook in that, or Tyler Brook, Tyler Brook in that game. Brook was 1 for 3 with the go-ahead RBI, the game-winning RBI in that win for Central.
Because it was tied, right?
Yep, in the bottom of the 7th.
So at the very end of the game, it was like, holy cow, they did it.
So Hall pitched well in that game. Then yesterday, they get a great performance from Bradley Pointer. He goes the full game, allows 3 earned runs, struck out 3, got the victory, And they also got a really good game from Brooke again. He had 3 RBIs. They got Nathan Story, who had the 2-run home run, scored another run himself. And, again, everybody's pitching in. You're seeing different people step up and have good performances like we saw with Brooke. Brandon Anderson he's been such a good player his entire career. Brandon has been, and then tonight it's Matt Johns on the mound. So we'll see how he does.
And he just started his first varsity as a pitcher earlier in the season.
Yeah, and Johns pitched against Trinity in that loss.
Which was a big game.
It was a big game, and he
rose to the pressure.
And Trinity's, they're unreal.
Right.
They have got all-state guys up and through the lineup.
Right.
So he pitched well at times. Just there was so many opportunities.
They lost that game.
Yeah.
But it was still a good game, and Johns did a great job.
And Johns is a big game pitcher. You could see it in his eyes that he was ready that game, and we'll see if he's ready for this one.
I think today's his mom's birthday, too.
Oh, really?
So what a great way to celebrate her birthday. But now, back to Pointer. He's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
So how exciting is that we're going to get to watch him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Central knocking off LCA and Douglas to get to where they are tonight, taking on Lafayette. And, again, Central heading to the bottom of the first, leads 1-0. Lafayette, what a great team they are. They're 32-7 on the season, and their ace is the Cohen kid. This kid is so good. Looking at his stats on the year, Micah Cohen, he's got 5 home runs. He's got a .441 batting average, and on the mound for them, he's got a 0.81 ERA. But Central already on the board with that 1-0 lead. They got to him early. We'll see.
Every
if they
time
can
you
keep
say
the
it,
bats
I'm
going.
knocking on wood.
Yeah, Cohen is a guy that doesn't give up many runs.
Right.
Only 5 earned runs allowed on the season. So, no. I'm trying to think what the right word is. There's no reason why he wouldn't be the 11th Region Player of the Year. He is that good.
That good.
But Central's got some pretty good players as well, and
Yeah.
the bats are already rolling for Madison Central as they lead 1-0. We will be providing updates throughout the show. Indians lead 1-0 going into the second inning now. It's a 1-0 lead. Again, Jared Peck on Twitter at HL Preps providing the updates for us, and we're giving you the score updates. It's a 1-0 lead for Madison Central after 1. We are going to step aside for a short commercial break, folks. All night long, going to be providing updates of the Madison Central Lafayette 11th Region Championship game. If you cannot or are not there, if you're late running the game, you can watch it, stream it live on prepspin.com. $10 there will get you the ticket to watch the Indians and Lafayette. Yep. And watch us. We'll give you updates all night long. So
it's going to be a great game as predicted.
It'll be
because
close throughout.
Both of these teams were preseason regional. We knew they were going to be the favorites. So both teams. Sometimes that doesn't always work out that way.
No,
you know what? Because of injuries and the COVID and everything else. But the predictions came true this year. So
Central beat Lafayette 9-3 in the regular season. So they beat this team once before
in Lexington too, I believe. Right?
It was,
yeah.
but again, the Cohen kid wasn't pitching, so he's that good. He can be a difference maker. But so far, the Indians had the lead after 1-0. We'll step aside for a commercial break, folks.
Every time you say it.
We are live at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Plenty more to get to. We'll recap some of the other games from the regional tournament. Had some more teams playing. Madison Southern baseball, Central and Southern softball were playing in the regional tournaments as well. We also have some camp information for you. We've seen a lot of camps going on. Madison Central just had their basketball and their cheer camps last week. So
we can talk about that.
Look about the upcoming camps coming up. We'll look ahead to those when we come back live at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Hey, why aren't you watching these 30-second walk-arounds?
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Coquedet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford here with you in the lobby of Jack Burford Chevrolet. Guys, you got to get over here and check out Jack Burford Chevrolet and see all the latest inventory at Jack Burford. Samantha, it is a 1-0 lead after one, and Austin's got the highlight here for us from Jared Peck from HL Preps, the Herald leader covering the regional tournament there in Lexington. The Indians turn 2. They get out of a 2-on, 1-out jam in the bottom of the first. Matt Johns able to get a ground ball, and the defense turns a double play to get out of a 2-on, 1-out jam in the bottom of the first and take that 1-0 lead into the second inning. That one run coming off a solo home run from Brandon Anderson.
That's pretty exciting, and every time you just keep saying it, I'm just keep knocking on this table.
Yeah, and I think, the pep sections there, I can only imagine how fired up they are. Because, listen, a lot of these baseball kids were there cheering on the boys, the basketball team, when they were when they were winning their regional championship. Now they get their chance to return the favor and cheer on the baseball team.
Even football, because all these kids know each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all excited, and they should. I'm just thankful, like we've talked how many shows this past year, that it's finally nice to be able to have that pep section.
Oh,
back.
yeah. I mean, since that Catholic Central basketball game, that's where it really ballooned and kind of came, wow, this is what we were missing all year long.
There.
We do want to talk about, you mentioned football. Mike Holcomb, the head football coach at Madison Central, was going to come on tonight. Obviously, he's there at the baseball game.
Which he doesn't have to be there, but how exciting is it
they're cheering on. I mean, this is his first year there. He's already part of the family, just welcoming in.
He's part of the family, and that's what it's all about. And that's what I love about our Madison County school system. They're all there cheering. It's a family affair. He is there supporting the baseball team as the head football coach. Yeah,
and they, again, lead 1-0 after one. And Holcomb was going to come on tonight, obviously not cheering on the baseball team, but Central does have their football youth camp coming up later on this week. Still plenty of time to sign up. It'll be June 10th and June the 11th from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. You can complete and return the registration form along with payment to Madison Central High School football. Attention, Mike Holcomb, to 705 North 2nd Street in Richmond. You can sign up the day of, I believe, as well. This youth football camp is for grades 3 through 8. They'll do fundamentals. They'll kind of just go through the process of learning the game. And it'll be a fun camp for the kids to get out there and see some of these football players they're going to be watching on Friday nights. And I love seeing all these schools do their camps. We've seen, Berea and Model already have their basketball camps. Madison Central had their basketball camp last week. Right. Southern is having theirs right now, their Future Eagles camp over in Berea. So a lot of cool stuff going on.
And the Central cheerleaders do it alongside Central basketball, obviously, with both the Feldhouses
That would be cool to
doing it.
like too.
Yeah.
If you've got a little boy and a little girl, if you got one of them out there playing basketball, the other one's cheerleading, and I guess
there were so many kids for cheerleading for little girls that they didn't have enough room in the cheer gym.
Really?
They had to take it across the street. They had to get a bus to get all those little kids
Really?
across the street, and they put them in what they call the old gym, where the basketball team was in the new gym.
That's
so
awesome.
and then the registration was like on Tuesday. Then they had their camp on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But on Friday at the very end, the basketball team, they all played a game, and then the cheerleaders cheered them on. There was over like 50-some little girls for the cheerleading, and I can only imagine that there was probably more boys.
Yeah, for basketball.
For the little camp.
Well, and Central's girls basketball camp is coming up next week, I believe, as well. So a lot of camps coming up. And listen, they all share all this information on Twitter, so you got to get on there and follow, Madison Southern Athletics, Berea Model Athletics, Central Athletics to keep up to date with all the camps that are coming up. But this one, particularly high school football, it's the youth football camp for Madison Central High School football. It'll be Thursday and Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. The cost is just $25 for your kids to get out there, experience some cool stuff, and learn the game of football from, listen, Mike Holcomb is a legend here in Kentucky.
I cannot wait to meet him. I've got questions after questions after questions. I can't wait.
And I obviously having the history with Coach Holcomb that I have, I love talking to him. I mean, I talked to him today. He was up in Breathitt County. He was getting ready to come up this way to go to the baseball game. We were kind of just going through some stuff. And he's excited, man. He's excited. He's got these players. I mean, you got Malachi Wood and some of these other offensive linemen that are getting a lot of looks to go play college sports, college football. Wood has already been offered by Kentucky. Some other big-name schools have reached out to him as well. And Coach Holcomb said he was going with some of these kids to their camps to kind of just, watch them, help them get the exposure that they need. So he's all in on this. He's not been a head coach in a while because he's been helping the folks up in Breathitt County. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
He is all in with Madison Central football right now. It's a very cool thing to see.
I'm super excited to meet him, to learn more
I'll make
about
sure
him.
to warn him about you before he comes on the show with
Samantha's
us.
got 1,000 questions, and you might need to take an hour of our show.
Yeah. But that'll be hopefully next week. We can get him on, depending on what camps he's going to be going to with the kids. We'll try to get him on next week.
Let me add something else more about cheerleading that you might not find fascinating, but some of the moms that are out there watching might find fascinating. It's sometimes you struggle finding coaches in the middle school level for cheerleading.
Yeah.
A lot of times it could be just a teacher, a new teacher that, a first-year teacher that might have to take the job because they don't have any
just
cheerleading
kind of thrown in there.
Thrown in. So I know this year is the first year that they're having an actual rec team for cheerleading.
Okay.
And there's quite a few girls on the team, and it's a way to move them forward and move them kind of like the camps do, to teach them something like Coach Clark has always talked to us about, how the kids need to learn the fundamentals early on and learn some of those Southern plays early on so that when they get to high school, they already know them, So this is kind of the way cheerleading is, because cheerleading's the same way.
Yeah.
Once you get into middle school, they might not learn all those cheerleading stunts and fundamentals to be able to move into the high school program. So they're starting a rec team. So I thought that was kind of fascinating. This is the first year for it.
Those feeder programs to help you get into the next. And listen, that's really important because all that does is help you get better when you're in the high school level.
You're not
First
training
of all,
them as a freshman.
Those coaches don't have to teach you the basics. You already know them.
That's right.
And I think another thing that's really important is, like, Coach Feldhouse, Coach Austin Newton, they both have, and the same thing at Berea. I know Mike Sloan is the head coach of the Berea Middle School. They all have such good relationships with those middle school coaches.
Right.
Newton he goes to some of their practices, and Coach Feldhouse, he's been around for so long that some of the middle school coaches played for him. I know when Kyle Congleton was the head coach at Cottle, he obviously played for Feldhouse at Central. So they've got that experience and that relationship that they can help prepare you for what the high school level will look like because they've already been there and been through it.
And I don't want to say all the middle schools don't have a great coach. Some do.
Yeah.
But not all. So this is the reason to help them, the schools that possibly don't.
Yeah.
And it's going to have your child get better, teach them the fundamentals, and then when they do get to an 8th grader or maybe possibly cheer up, or even as a freshman and cheer up, or a sophomore. So I think it's good for everybody. So kudos to Coach Karen Feldhouse thinking outside the box and trying to make it happen.
We do have another score update, or another update from the baseball game. Not a score, but after an error and a walk, put 2 on for Central in the top of the second. Micah Cohen gets a pair of strikeouts and a ground out to end the threat. Lafayette trails 1-0. They'll be coming to bat in the bottom of the second. Again, that game is live on Prep Spin. $10 to watch the rest of the game. It's moving along pretty quickly thus far. Indians lead 1-0 heading into the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, it's just 6:30. That game is 30 minutes in. So,
folks, thank you for hanging out with us here on this beautiful Monday night. We'll step aside for another commercial break, come back, and look back at some of the other regional tournament games on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Hey, why aren't you watching these 30-second walk-arounds?
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cokedet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
We are live back at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. We got a lot of great sponsors. I want to say thank you to, obviously, Jack Burford Chevrolet. Make sure to visit jackburford.com to see the latest inventory here on their lot. New things coming in daily, folks, so you got to check it out if there's something you're looking for. Get over here. You know, one thing that I don't think folks realize, especially when you're dealing with local people here, like at Jack Burford Chevrolet, if there is a car that you got one in mind, or a truck you have in mind, if they don't have it on the lot, come in and talk to somebody. Maybe they can look around and help you find the vehicle that you're looking for, and Jack Burford Chevrolet can help you do just that. So come on in, talk to one of the great salesmen here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Also brought to you by Campus Warehouse over in the Richmond Center. Folks, you got to go over and check them out as well. Father's Day just around the corner. Some awesome EKU, Kentucky apparel, hats, shirts, polos, long-sleeve shirts for the fall and winter times over at Campus Warehouse. And also Bishop Small Engine Repair. Maybe Dad wants a new mower for Father's Day. Get over to Bishop's and check that out. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, another one of our great sponsors, and the law office of Patrick O'Neill. Samantha, we're all tied at 1 in the 11th Region Baseball Championship game. Jack Harris launches the first pitch of a Lafayette at-bat. Bottom of the second over the right field fence. 1-1 your score in the 11th Region Finals. And it was a big home run from Jack Harris to tie it up And it's a 1-1 game now in the bottom of inning number 2 over in Lexington. Again, Prep Spin streaming that game for you over at prepspin.com. So it's a good game. Just hoping that the Indians can hang in there and keep it close and give themselves a chance down the stretch.
And you might want to tell people there's not as many innings. Some people may not know that.
7 innings,
But in high school, it's a little different. I didn't realize that until several years ago. I was like, why aren't we doing like a 7th inning stretch?
Yeah.
Some people may not know that.
Yeah, so 7 innings, and it's a tie game right now in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Madison Southern had their season ended by this same Lafayette team. The Eagles lost 10-0 in the first round of the 11th region tournament. Kept it close for a while, just couldn't get the bats going. Lafayette pulled away in 6 innings. There was the final score. It was 10-0. Lafayette got the victory. That was over on a Saturday, actually, the first round of the 11th region tournament. In softball, Madison Central, who's had such a fun year. I mean, not many people expected this Central softball team to be as good as they were, but Skylar Jacob, who had a tremendous year for them, the senior shortstop, their season fell short, 8-0 loss to Great Crossing back on Saturday as well. And I want to look back at the numbers for Jacob for her senior season. I mean, what a great year she had. Going to continue her career playing college softball, but she had 11 home runs, did Jacob, 43 RBI. And she's a player that Coach Ryan Jones is definitely going to miss because she had such a big year playing for Madison Central. And there's a lot of really good talent on the baseball and softball fields that we don't really get to see as much. There's a lot of really good players out there. I mean, obviously, we're going to get to Southern here in just a moment.
Well,
but
we'll give
Jacob
a shout-out. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but Jacob was so good this year for Central, and they got some really good young players coming up through the pipeline as well.
Yeah, and we'll give a shout-out to the Valencia girl for Great Crossing because I think she really nailed.
Yeah, good pitcher.
She put the nail in that coffin for that game, so for Great Crossing.
So congratulations on a great year for Central. Their season came to an end, though, in the first round of the 11th region tournament. Same thing for Southern softball team, who was so good this year. I mean, Tessa Jewett, Samantha Cornelison, Sage Jackson. They had many
we hear
really good players. They lose to Lafayette, who's the best-ranked RPI team in the 11th region. Lafayette beats them 4-1 in the first round of the tournament.
And the thing is, it snapped their 11-game winning streak for Madison Southern softball. You got that streak going, and you think you're on fire, and they had been.
Well, they knew it was going to be a tough test, so Lafayette is so good.
The district winning it, I mean, it was pretty exciting going into
and they had hopes of getting, and obviously Southern's year was going to be last year. With the COVID season being canceled, they were going to be really, really good last year. Obviously, they had a good season this year. I mean, when you go 20-13, you play as many games as they did, and you got an 11-game winning streak, hadn't lost in almost a month.
Right.
You knew they were rolling at the right time. You just run into a good team like Lafayette. It's hard to overcome something like that.
That's exactly right. And they were hitless, I think, for the first 4 innings.
Yeah.
So that they didn't start out that game as playing.
But you look at some of the talent again. Tessa Jewett is a name you got to keep in mind because she was so good. I mean, look at the numbers that she put up this year. Not only hitting the ball, but obviously a good pitcher as well. Jewett on the season goes her record. Trying to find the record here for Tessa. She had a 1.07 ERA. Wins and losses 11-10 was her record, 11-10. But I mean, she had a 1.07 ERA. She struck out 222 batters. A lot of strikeouts on the season for Tessa Jewett. And when Sage Jackson pitched, she was 9-2. She was pretty good as well, a 2.42 ERA. So a lot to lose there for Coach Stepp as they try to have another successful season, trying to get that Southern softball program on the map over there in Berea.
And they lost to Lafayette softball, and I believe they had lost to them earlier in the season.
They had, yeah.
So, and that was, I believe they played at home, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and Lafayette was, I mean, they were a really good team.
They're
Southern
28-8.
Southern was trying to get back to where they were 2 years ago when they kind of found themselves kind of a magical run into that 11th region championship game back in 2019. Obviously didn't get the chance to get there again this season as they fall to Lafayette in the first round of the 11th region tournament in softball action.
So both softball teams and Southern baseball lost in the first round.
Yep. Central and Southern baseball and softball, both teams getting to the regional tournaments.
Right,
and Central
which is
baseball
impressive.
is the only team still left. Again, obviously they're playing right now for the 11th region title. Lafayette baseball gets them 1-2-3 with a K of MC's home run hitter this time. That was Brandon Anderson. It's a 1-1 score heading to the third inning. 11th Region Finals, again, streaming on PrepSpin. A very, very good game going on in the 11th Region Championship. So we'll continue to update that. Lots more to get to. Folks, got some EKU basketball news to get to. A big camp coming up for EKU basketball. And their cheer camps coming up down the line as well. So lots more to get to when we come back.
I think they have cheer tryouts this week.
Tryouts? So, okay.
Yeah. Saw that on
And they got
Twitter.
like a youth camp coming up that we'll give you that information and more when we come back live at Jack Burford Chevrolet. This is the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Hey, why aren't you watching these 30-second walk-arounds?
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
We're back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins. Samantha just rolling in from Mexico this morning. That was a fun trip.
Can you speak any Spanish for us?
No,
today?
that was what the problem was down there.
The
I wasn't very. Morgan knows a little bit of Spanish, but I've been out of high school now for a long time. I was in the Spanish club back when I was in high school, but I don't remember much of it.
I can't speak it either, and I went for 29 days in college to 4 different cities throughout Mexico. And
wow, you went to college for 29 days? You're so smart.
Yeah, a Spanish trip.
Okay. Did you have to speak Spanish the whole time you was down there?
A little, un poco.
No.
But I still can't speak it. It's just you get out of the habit of it when you don't do it very often, and I've lost all the verbs. We tried to speak the little bit of Spanish that we do know, but it was a fun trip. See,
fun
now
trip.
you
Glad
have
to be
this,
back.
so you can use a
Translator. Yeah,
we didn't have this when I was in college.
Yeah,
it was just coming out.
We do have a score update again. It's still a 1-1 score after 2 innings. It's Madison Central and Lafayette locked up in a tight 1 after 2 in the 11th Region Championship games. Again, we're following along with Jared Peck from the Herald Leader at HL Preps on Twitter. Or you can watch the game streaming live on PrepSpin. Our friends over at PrepSpin, William Morfield, we've done a ton of work with him this year. And we shared that
nice
link over on our Twitter account as well. So if you've got Twitter, if you want to go watch the game, it's $10. You can click on WBON TV Sports or my personal Twitter account. We tweeted out that link for you to watch the game between Madison Central and Lafayette. Locked up in a really tight one right now. It's 1-1 after 2 innings. Trying to see if we got another update. The last update we got was Lafayette's Cohen striking out Brandon Anderson on a 1-2-3 inning to get out of the second inning and keep the score tied at 2, tied at 1, heading to the third inning.
Heading into the third. So tell me about now that we've got the update, tell me about your trip. So you guys basically, Morgan had a work trip and you tagged along with her.
I tagged
along.
along.
So it was pure fun for you.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. Had some fun.
That's
got some good food down there. Here's the thing. I love my Mexican food here. We go to Nuevo a lot and have a lot of fun over there. I would rather eat the food over here than what we ate down there. But it was still a good trip. The food was good. Just hanging out with different people and getting a little short work break. I was only gone for 3 days, but it was a lot of fun. Did miss some good baseball and softball action, but I tell you what, Tom, I was watching the LCA Central game on my phone when we were streaming it live on Saturday, keeping up to date with the game. How fun was that game? And Tom did a great job on the call when Tyler Brook hit the single that drove in the game-winning run. Very exciting game, and it looks like, as of right now, the championship game shaping up to be a really fun, close affair in the 11th Region Championship game.
So this is the 4th time in 7 seasons that Madison Central Baseball is in the championship, the regional championship game. So that's impressive for Coach Roof.
Well, and listen, I talked to Coach Roof today. He's so good. He's really humble, and he's really good at letting it be about the players. I mean, this guy, and it's about the players to him. He has had so many guys go on. There's usually 4 or 5 baseball players every single year that go on to play baseball at the next level. And, you look at the coaching staffs that Central has right now. I mean, obviously, Coach Holcomb, legendary career. Alan Feldhaus, legendary career.
Legendary.
Steve Roof, I mean, he may have the accolades more than any of them because of what he has been able to do consistently, churning out these contenders, these regional championship contenders that he has with that baseball team. And everybody over there supports each other. Obviously, talking about Coach Holcomb is going on to the game tonight. He was going to come on with us. We understand. Go over there and cheer on the Indies and hopefully let them bring home another title. Yeah. Wish we could be there streaming it.
Right.
But we understand. Listen, to everybody, we're trying to limit the access as far as the COVID stuff still.
Right.
Trying to limit the number of people that go in there.
Streaming it.
Yeah.
So Warren will do a great job.
Oh, yeah. Warfield, Prep Spin over there, they do a great job.
Yeah.
So, again, that's at prepspin.com if you want to go over there and get a score update or watch the entire game that they'll give you. Also, we told you about the camps that are coming up. EKU cheer and basketball is having some of their camps coming up. It's the Chelsea Hamilton Cheer Camp, June 28th through July the 1st. It's $100, 8:30 to noon, and this is for ages 3 years old to rising seniors. So it's a big age there, folks, you need to take this up. This is EKU All-Girl 2021 National Champion. So your kids can be a part of something very cool. You'll have a chance to do a lot of fun stuff, to cheer, dance, tumble, stunt, and you can email chelsea.hamilton@eku.edu with any questions about that. You can follow Chelsea on Instagram or EKU Cheer on Instagram and get more information. But your little ones, and my daughter's 4 years old, we're probably going to send her to this if we're in town. But it would be a lot of fun. You can have them, again, cheer, dance, tumble, and stunt. And my daughter just started doing cheerleading a couple of weeks ago. So it would be kind of cool for her. And these girls these are memories they're going to have for a lifetime, getting to be a part of something very cool and looking up to these national champion cheerleaders that EKU has.
Absolutely, yeah. We tried to get your daughter to come to the Madison Central cheer, but you guys were out of town. Understandable. We had Coach Hamilton on our show
just about 3 weeks ago.
Just 3 weeks ago, and she brought one of the
the cheerleaders
athletes. Yeah, so pretty exciting. They were still glowing from their big win, national win.
I'll tell you something cool too. While I was in Mexico, I was on a bus with a lady who was she's a cheer coach at a college herself. They actually got 4th place in the national championships that EKU won. So they actually competed against Eastern. So I met her and talked to her, told her who we covered, and we kind of talked about all that because her team finished 4th in the national championships when EKU won. Yeah, she knew EKU, and she said that she really thought they had a chance to win because it was all virtual, so you could see everybody's routine. She said when she saw EKU's routine, she knew that they were going to win.
That speaks volumes.
That's pretty impressive. Pretty
and
impressive.
Every year since Coach Hamilton has been there, they just keep getting better,
better
and
and
better
better
and better. And if you've got a child that wants to be a part of this type of sport, cheerleading is not for everyone, but all these little girls, you should always let them try it and see. My kids have tried just about every sport because that's how they learn.
And you get friends that way,
like.
better relationships.
Exactly, between soccer and you name it. My kids have tried it.
We do have another information on another camp as well, EKU basketball camp. The link to registration for EKU basketball camp is bigtime.camp. Bigtime.camp. Boys and girls ages 4 years old to rising 7th graders. Each day is from 8:30 to noon. They're having 2 different camps, one in Georgetown, one in Richmond. The one in Georgetown is from June 21st through June 25th, and the Richmond camp is July the 12th and through July 16th. So those are coming up, EKU basketball camp, and that's, again, ages 4 years old to rising 7th graders, boys and girls, and the link to register with Coach Hamilton's camp is bigtime.camp. Basketball would be as cool as cheerleading as well. And you got some kids that do both. If you got a girl that wants to cheer and do basketball as well, send them to both camps and let them hang out with
girls
some.
Go to that camp
it's
as
boys
well.
and girls, 4 years old to rising 7th graders. So very cool there. We do have another update from the Madison Central Lafayette baseball game. We'll get that to you on the other side of this commercial break, live at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Hey, why aren't you watching these 30-second walk-arounds?
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries the new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford. Again, folks, thank you to all of our great sponsors that allow us to come on here and give these local athletes and coaches and schools the coverage that they deserve. Madison Central and Lafayette in the 11th Region Championship game right now. It's a 2-1 Generals lead after Mason Pittman hits a shot to left center that scores Ethan Tuttle, who had singled earlier in the inning. They are going to the 4th inning now, and Madison Central trails 2-1 in the 11th Region Championship game to Lafayette. And, talking to some of the people that covered this baseball and see a lot of these schools around the 11th region, Lafayette was probably the favorite, but we saw what happened in the 11th region basketball tournament. Lexington Catholic was probably the favorite. Well, Madison Central knocked them off. Then Frederick Douglass probably became the favorite. The Indians beat them in the 11th region championship game. So now Central Baseball trying to do that same thing and hang in there, keep this game close, and give themselves a chance of going to the fourth inning right now, a 2-1 lead for Lafayette.
So it was 2018 the last time Madison Central won a regional
we were there for that
championship.
game. Yep.
Yes. And for Lafayette, I believe it's been like 17 years
it's been a long
since
time.
the last time that they won a regional
Yeah, Central beat
championship.
Scott County that year in 2018, and that was a fun year. We were there for that game. That one came down the wire as well. And what I like about, Central baseball, Coach Roof and his team, they're battle tested. He kept saying that in the interview. They, even if they're down, they don't get rattled. They keep their composure. They keep their confidence because they know even if they're down by a few runs, they can still come back and get a win. Right now, trailing at 2-1 going to the fourth inning.
I wish we were there. So when we get home and get off the show, we'll have to go
the prep spin.
stream it.
Yeah, to prep spin. Yeah, exactly.
Get some William prep spin in there.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us here, folks, on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. We do, again, want to say thank you to our great sponsors like Jack Burford Chevrolet. Get on over here, folks, whether it's a new car, truck, or SUV, the new Chevy Bolts, Jack Burford Chevrolet has them in stock, and they're getting more stock in each and every single day. So come on over here and check out the entire inventory at Jack Burford Chevrolet or visit jackburford.com. Also, Campus Warehouse over in the Richmond Center. Like we've been mentioning that Father's Day is just, I think, next weekend.
Yeah,
if your dad is an EKU, a UK fan, if your dad just likes whatever he likes, Campus Warehouse has got something for Dad over there in the Richmond Center. Get over there and check them out as well. Or maybe Dad wants a new mower. Bishop Small Engine Repair has got that for him over on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. You get on over there and check them out. Or if your dad's mower is messed up, if you guys have a mower that's not working properly, take it over to Bishop's. Nuevo Vallarta, great Mexican food here in Richmond. They'll take great care of you over there. Gustavo and the staff do a great job. Get your food out to you quick. If you've got little ones like I do, the quicker the food comes out, the better it is. So they can take their kids over there, and Nuevo will take care of it.
Or even when you have big children like I do.
Yeah, or if you're just yourself, like I'm hungry right now, that's a good place to go.
What do they call it, hangry?
Yeah, hangry. Yeah. I get that way a lot. My wife does, too. Also, the law office of Patrick O'Neill, located in Breathitt County, but he serves all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. Give Patrick a call at 606-666-2990 for a free consultation today. One more score update before we go off the air. It's Lafayette 2, Madison Central 1. The pep section is lit right now, as the young folks would say. We saw Cole Brown in a picture that was shared by the Herald Leader with his fanny pack on. So Cole Brown is there cheering him on, got his fanny pack on. It's a 2-1.
There's a lot of kids there cheering him on.
It's packed. It's sold out game. They were not allowing any more ticket sales. So the Indians trail at 2-1 after 4 innings. So that game is moving along really quick, and the Indians trying to hang in there down by 1 run going to the 5th. Indians trailing 2-1. Folks, thank you for hanging out with us. For our producers, Austin Hanks and Jaden Johnson and Samantha Burford, I am Michael Watkins. We'll see you next Monday on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.